Hello everybody, welcome to Crafternoon. Today we're going to be looking at the book Kitty by Rebecca Jordan-Glum. It is a super fun book. I wish I could read it word for word, but I cannot due to copyright regulations, but I'm going to be able to give you the general idea, but this is one you're going to really want to check out sometime at the library. It's a story about a raccoon. And it is so fun. Grandma is house sitting and cat watching for a family, and the cat and the raccoon get mixed around, and Grandma doesn't know it, and it is just full of fun. So we're going to go ahead and get started looking at this one, and it is called Kitty. Don't worry about a thing, Granny said. The cat will be just fine. Everything Granny needed to know was written on a note on the refrigerator. How convenient, thought Granny. And it just kind of gives some instructions on how to take care of the cat. Well, all of a sudden, something frightened the cat on top of the refrigerator, which gave Granny quite a start. The cat leaped one way, Granny's glasses flew the other way, and the note fluttered to the floor and landed in the water dish. Oh no, the ink is smudged. Well, that shouldn't be a problem, said Granny. The main thing is it says, please don't let the cat out. But when she looked up, she saw, uh-oh, the cat had already escaped. And so she grabbed some cat food and coaxed the cat back inside. Now, if you look close, friends, is that the cat she's coaxing? No, it's a raccoon that looks similar to the cat. Well, that is when the adventures began. Granny fed the raccoon, saying, oh, what a big appetite you have. And they decided to make cupcakes. There they are baking in the kitchen. The raccoon tried one, but she still thinks it's the cat. Granny was not happy that the cat ate a cupcake. Someone needs a bath, she said. Kitty was not pleased, but after a good brushing, Kitty was very happy. So it goes on and on. Granny thinking she's playing with the cat. In reality, she's playing with that raccoon. Finally, it's bedtime. And we all know the raccoons like to be out at night. So Raccoon was wide awake, zipping around the house, making quite the mess. When the sun rose, Granny felt like she hadn't slept at all. Kitty had eventually gone to sleep because the sun was up now. What a disaster. And then the family was home. It's a pity I can't stay, said Granny, and she dashed out the door. Kitty was a perfect angel, she shouted. But in her head, she was thinking, whew, thank goodness I do not have a cat. And so that is the fun story about how the cat and the raccoon got mixed around. So friends, if you want to create a craft with us and then go ahead and post your finished craft onto our Facebook page by midnight, Sunday, June 23rd, you will be entered into a chance to win this really fun book and this adorable stuffed raccoon. The computer will automatically select our winner. But go ahead and get that entered. There's information in your craft packet. Hi, friends. So we're ready to craft. In your craft kit, you have a black paper, a gray paper, and you have some wiggle eyes with some sticky dots on the back. We're going to get started with our gray paper, and I'm going to cut it in half to start off with. I'm going to cut a triangle that will be my raccoon's body. I'm going to take one of these angles to make my raccoon's tail. I'm going to make another triangle up here that will be my raccoon's head. Trim this one just a little bit here. Head, tail, and then we need a couple small tips for ears. So our whole raccoon is going to be made out of triangles. Pretty cool, huh? All right, so let's go ahead and get that guy glued together. So a little bit on this strip that's going to be the tail. A little bit up top to be his head. And then a little bit on the ends to make his ears. And there we have the basics of a raccoon. We all know that raccoons have kind of a mask going across. So we're going to do the rest of this using some basic rectangles. So we're going to cut some strips of paper. I'm going to cut about 3. That'll be more than enough, I'm pretty sure. And I'm going to measure where I want his eyes. And that's going to be, we're going to kind of go over it a little bit. We'll trim it up when we're all done. So we'll need that for eyes. And then we're going to do the same thing for tails. Yeah, we really only needed 2 strips. So tails. And then we'll do little triangles in our ears. All right, so we'll glue those on. I know you're thinking, that is way bigger than his body, but we're going to trim that up here after we get everything glued on. It's just a little easier to overlap it and then trim off the excess. And I just realized we forgot to trim a circle for his nose. We'll have to get the black paper back out here. Can't forget his nose. So I'm going to do a little circle for the raccoon's nose. So rectangles, triangles, and circles today. Put that down there for his nose. And then I'm going to flip it over, and you can kind of see where all the overhang is here that we need to trim off. So that'll be nice and easy to just kind of follow along his tail and trim off that extra paper. And do it along his head. And this is what your guy is going to look like. If you need to add some extra glue on the edges there that didn't get stuck down good, you can. And then in your package, you have these awesome wiggle eyes. So we've got Zot dots on the back. All you have to do is peel off that little piece of plastic, and then the glue stays on there. And you can adhere your eyes. And there you have a raccoon. Thank you so much for crafting with us today. You can try to win this book and our stuffed raccoon if you post a picture of your craft on our Facebook page by midnight Sunday, June 23rd. The computer will randomly select a winner, and it should be a lot of fun. Thanks for crafting with us.